Major changes in your life often come unexpected. A week ago, my favorite Aunt Grace called me. As a boy, I used to spend a lot of time on her lumber farm. Now, of course, she and my Uncle Charles have grown old, and they're looking forward to a happy retirement. They decided to sell their dwindling business and need my help to bring it up to shape. I'm only too happy to help them. Besides, I'm beginning to realize how much I miss the peace and quiet of the mountains, the clean air, the stunning views, and the sweat of good old-fashioned hard work. I'll put my city life on hold, turn off my telephone, and return to the bosom of nature, at least for a while.
Hello guys and gals, and welcome to Lumberjack Dynasty. I had something get corrupted and I had to delete all my saved games, so I'm starting from scratch and we're going to do this series, and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks throughout this series. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest video comes out, and also when I go live here on YouTube. But let's go talk to Aunt Grace.
Great to see you. It's been years, but you've grown up so handsome. We've both missed you.
It's nice to see you too. You look great as always, dear Auntie. I'm looking forward to staying with you.
Well, thank you. You'll have our old house all for yourself. We've moved to a smaller house right across the street. It's a lot easier to keep tidy.
I see you want to sell most of your property.
Yes, we're looking for a buyer for the house and the lumber mill. We haven't got the strength anymore, and with no one to help, the buildings are a bit run down.
I'll be only too glad to help you with whatever you need me to do. You realize that, don't you?
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. I'm indeed worried about your uncle. He's too old to be out working in the forest, doing all the heavy lifting himself.
I can imagine. The forest has always been very close to his heart. So how about a little tour?
Follow me. I will show you everything.
Let's follow Aunt Grace and see what's going on with the farm and all that.
You know, I'm really fond of this place. I've spent most of my life here. Hello? Yes, darling? He just arrived. Oh no, do you need any help? I will ask him. Your uncle has a problem in the forest. Could you please get over there and see what's wrong?
Yes, of course. Where can I find him?
He's in a clearing behind the sawmill. I am sure you'll find him right away. Take our old pickup. It's parked in front of the house.
Will do. See you later.
Okay, so we got to go take the old pickup truck, which is where the orange triangle is. So in the beginning of this game, you got to follow the orange triangles where they're at. You can't take shortcuts and all that. It will disrupt the game. And I'm going to change camera view by pressing C, and we're going to go ahead and follow the triangle. Now, once you're done with basically day one, you don't have to follow the path of the orange triangle no more. Yeah, get out of my way. I gotta go help my uncle. So we're gonna drive, just follow the triangles. That's all we're gonna do. Just follow the triangles, yes sirree. Follow the triangle, yes sirree. Follow the triangle, yes sirree. Now it's over there. So let's go down this road. There we go. And let's come around here. Let's go past the track. We got a park where the triangle is. It's now disappeared. We can hop out as soon as we stop. And we'll go talk to our Unc. Hi,
Hello,
Unc.
lad. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, dear uncle. Aunt Grace told me you have a problem.
Got stuck in the mud. I used to be better at handling an accelerator. Can you help me?
Sure, no problem. What do you want me to do?
Get on the tractor and try to attach the trailer. Let's see if you can get it out of the water.
Okay, so we'll hop into the tractor here. We'll back it up. Press Q, attach, and we'll just follow the triangle. And we'll kick out of the tractor. Now we got to go talk to our uncle. Don't get my feet. Rats.
You have some skill, you know that?
Oh, thank you.
But this is just the beginning. Let's see if you remember how to handle a tree this time.
I know how to handle a tree. I'm following you. You know you're bow-legged. That means you've been riding too many horses. That's what I heard. If you're bow-legged, you got horse. You've been riding horses. You've been riding horses?
Now pick up the chainsaw. Still remember what I taught you. Be careful.
Okay, let's pick up the chainsaw by pressing E. And we're going to be cutting. If you hold the right mouse button down, you'll see green chunks and red chunks. Green chunks are good, red chunks are bad, so don't do that. And you also see we're in a circle. This is property that we own. So we can cut down these trees. This is the area where we got permission to cut down trees. So let's cut down this tree. And you see that white tip of the saw. You want to keep that in between the orange. If you go too fast, you have to start over again.
Good
go
job.
too slow, you
Great
gotta start
technique.
over again.
You really have grown
So
up
we'll let the
strong.
tree fall.
Now you need to cut away the branches and cut the trunk into logs.
Again, hold the
Think
right.
you could load the logs onto the trailer? Bring
Yeah.
the vehicles here and give it a try.
Okay, we'll do. So we'll hold the right mouse button down and you cut the branches off the tree. Tells you where to cut. Get the branches off the tree. And you continue holding it, it shows you where to cut the tree. So, but there's two other trees here. We're gonna go ahead and cut them down and get rid of these bushes. We're gonna go ahead and cut them down so they're done and out of the way also. So let's let that fall. And it did fell on top of the tree. So what we can do is just kind of walk the tree off of the tree. Okay, it's off the other tree. Let's just go ahead and get these branches off. Now the reason why I'm doing this now is so save time later on, plus we'll have some extra lumber to actually go through the process of the game a little bit quicker. Where's the other tree? The other tree's over here. Remember, only cut down the green trunks, not the red trunks. And with this, holding the right mouse, once you click on the tree, you don't have to hold the mouse button down no more. Just kind of slide your mouse over until it's done. And that one's going to get stuck in the tree. No, it's not. Okay. So we'll go ahead and cut the limbs off. It's in the road. So keep traffic flowing. I'm just gonna come here in the middle. Then come to the tip and just kind of push the tree away. Come on. Pushing the tree. We're pushing the tree. We're pushing it. Oh well, let's just do this. Okay. Oh yeah, the tree's over here. So we got 9 logs. So press F1. Hop over that tree. Actually, I want to try something real quick. I want to see something real quick. See if it'll let me do it. I know the lumber mill's not fixed yet. We gotta fix it up. But I just want to see if it'll let me change from this to cutting logs to that. Nope, it won't. Okay. I was trying to see if we had a little cheat in the game, but it won't. So let's just go to the log truck. I find if you skip, it's a little quicker. So we're in there. We're gonna pick up the logs. We're gonna turn. Yeah, we're gonna pick up. Yeah, this tells us we need to pick up 3 logs. That's all it's asking us to do. So hold the left mouse button, moves the crane up and down with the mouse, and press F picks up and drops the logs. It's easy. It's a lot easier than Farming Simulator 2022 or 2019. Press F, pick up the, and let's do this. Oh. Hit the wrong button, so we'll come along here. Pick this log up. Pick this log up. Pick this log up. And we'll kind of back up and kind of go this way. Pick this log up so we don't run it over with the trailer. And let's drop this. And now, once we pick this up, okay. Now all the trees are cleared in this area. All we have to do later on in the game is drill out these stumps, and we will have plenty of room to go ahead and plant some more trees there. That's later on in the game. Just follow the triangles. Make sure I get close to the edge. Not that close. Get close to the edge, but make sure you go to the triangle till it stops. And we just dump the logs in there by pressing F. Drop them. Pick up the logs and drop them into the water. And we got quest all done.
Well done. Thank you, lad. Well, enough for today. Let's just head home.
Okay.
Thanks again for helping me. You did just fine today.
Well, thank you.
Perhaps you'd like to help us with the farm and lumber mill some more, eh?
Of course.
Or even think about settling down here. Life is good and quiet. I'm sure you'd like it.
We'll think about it.
You don't have to answer right away. Just think about it while you're helping us here for a week or two. And then we'll see if you like living here, all right?
All right, we'll do, Unc. So, what's been going on with you? Have you been... I understand you're having some problems. You want me to just go ahead and fix up the lumber mill and the farm and help sell it? I wonder if I move here, is there any way you can work out a deal to where I can go ahead and just buy the lumber mill from you and just take over the lumber mill and do my own business? What do you think? You think about it, I'll let me know later. Okay, so we're out of the tractor and we got, walking to the fence. Let me just open this. We'll go see Aunt Grace and go talk to her.
Hello, boys. Did you sort it out?
Yes, it was a refreshing experience.
If you still feel like it, I will show you around the farm.
Now you have 2 options. You can, if you played this game before and you know everything about it, you can just press 2 and go ahead and pick up what you need to pick up. But if you're new to the game, go ahead and press 1, say yeah. That way you know where the tools are and they go ahead and get placed into your inventory. So let's go ahead and do 1.
Yeah, I would love to have a look around.
And she'll go ahead and explain the farm, so we'll just follow her.
Healthy food has always been important to us. Charlie planted these apple trees many, many years ago. They still bear lots of fruit. I've always dreamed of putting up a hive here, but, well, I never did. It would be really good for the trees and the flowers, and I just love honey.
Okay. She's kind of telling us to put up a honey tree.
The greenhouse is in pretty good condition. You can buy seeds in the store and you could grow vegetables really fast.
No, you cannot buy
This farm
seeds in
could
the
become
store.
self-reliant in no time.
You get
Now
seeds.
the workshop,
You
your
get-
uncle's kingdom.
You
You can
get
refuel
seeds.
and wash every vehicle here. With a few improvements, you should even be able to carry out your own repairs.
Okay.
It hurts me to see the buildings in this awful state. If you are up to it, you might start doing something about it right away.
Okay.
There should be some tools in the workshop.
There it is. There's our nail gun, which helps
So
repair
you found
buildings.
something. Good. Now you can try it out. Do you think you can fix this wall?
Yep. Now, you'll see little hammers when you have the nail gun out. And if you hold the right mouse button down, you can see what needs to be repaired, what doesn't. So let's go ahead and do this wall real quick.
You are real natural, dear.
And we finished that wall.
These
We can't
repairs
get
will
the
do
top.
for now, but of course it doesn't look too pretty, does it? But once you can produce planks in the sawmill, you can restore these walls to their former glory. Only fully dried planks can be used for buildings, so if you're in a hurry, you'll have to buy some in the store. And you can repaint these too. I'm sure someone will teach you how to do that. I remember the old days when this barn was full of animals. If you can repair these walls and the roof, you'll be able to keep animals in here again. See if you can climb up and check out the roof. Then you can use scaffolding to carry out the necessary repairs.
Okay, so we gotta go over here, pick up the scaffolding, and now scaffolding's in our toolbox. And if we hold the right mouse button down, you highlight where you can put them down, and when you get to turns green, you can put the thing down. Then I just press the nail gun since we're going up to the roof. And you got the hammers again, same thing if you hold the right mouse button down. One thing about the when you're doing this, you can see that it's actually done in sections. Make sure you do the complete section before you switch tools. If not, you're gonna have to redo that whole section. So let's come here and kind of be careful on the roof. You don't take fall damage in this game, but if you fall off, you gotta run around and climb the scaffolding and get all that done. So if you're in a hurry, just take your time. Do it right. And we'll come over here. So that needs to be repaired later. And we'll press F2 to get it out.
Come on, I'll show you the house.
Okay.
This house needs renovating too, but it should be cozy enough for you as it is. I'm sorry we can't offer you anything better, but at least you'll have a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom. You can cook for yourself and relax in the evenings.
Okay. We just follow her along.
Try to get to know the neighbors. I'm sure they'll help you too. We have fishermen, herbalists, farmers, you name it. Peaceful and friendly people.
There's plenty of work in our lumber mill out there. Make sure to check it out as well. You should be able to get it going again, and who knows, maybe even make it profitable.
And remember, whenever you need anything, you can always come to us. You can be sure I'll have some treat waiting for you. You know you must always eat well and get plenty of sleep to keep up your strength.
Yes, Andy.
See you soon, lad.
Okay, guys, you have a good night. I'll see you later. Okay, let's go over a couple things. You're going to be staying here. This is what is called the farm area. Don't ask me why. This is a barn inside the barn, you'll have cows, chickens, cows that you can milk and chickens that you can. We'll go over that a little bit later. You can also store your hay that you collect. Okay, this is a little garage. I'm just gonna open this door and open this door. Gonna open that door and that door. This is orchard number 1. There's 3 orchards. So I label this orchard number 1. If you press down on the right mouse button, you can see where to place the scarecrow, where to place the beehives, and also where to pick up the apples. If they're highlighted, they're dark. If you press the right mouse button, it shows the apples. This here is orchard number 2, and come on. Ah, I'm going the wrong way. And orchard number 3 is there, and you can make some good money by collecting the apples and doing that. It's a little time consuming, but you can make some good money. This is the greenhouse, and to get the seeds, you got to do what they call a daily, and the daily is called Find My Sheep. After you're done, they give you a little cash and a little social point, but they give you seeds that you can actually use. And we'll go over the greenhouse and what to plant in the greenhouse in a separate episode. This is your mechanic shop. You got some storage here for vehicles. You can park some under here. But this is where you can fuel up and wash your vehicle and upgrade your vehicle, right in this section. And we'll talk about that a little later. Of course, this is the house, but we're going to start with the basement first. So we'll come down here. I'm just going to repair this door. F2. I'm going to repair this door, so that's done. And we'll hit E to enter, then you hit F once you're in the basement. This is your storage area. Now, on this page, you can see how much money you have. And I'm going to say euros, I'm going to say dollars. So you got $1,250. You have social points, which is actually beneficial to you in the game. You gain social points by completing quests and by doing daily quests. And social points add up. You can use your social points to buy equipment at half price. So if the piece of equipment costs $10,000 and you only have $5,000, you can use 10,000 social points and then just pay $5,000. So it saves you some money, which is fun, which is good during the early part. But you also need the social points to keep your reputation up in the community, and once you pay off your uncle, you can start dating females. Since you're a male character, you can start dating females and build up a relationship and actually get married, have kids, and go on. Now here on the left is your inventory. You got your tools here, you got your food section, which we got some beer and some sausages, and your miscellaneous items will come here, like your herbs. You can buy seeds to plant flowers and stuff like that around your property. And this miscellaneous stuff will be here, but your main thing, concentration, will be food and your tools. Your tools are on a hot bar on your F keys. It's F1 through 5. F1 through 5. Over here is exactly the same thing. We got some tomato puree, which we want to go ahead and put in our inventory. So we'll just slide the slider down here and move the 3 over there. We got some pumpkin soup. We'll go ahead and move that over to there. And we got some condensed milk. And we'll go ahead and move that stuff over there. We take a look at our food. Now they're in our inventory, and we can turn around and sell. We're going to sell the beer and all the canned stuff. we're gonna keep the sausages because that's what I eat to heal myself up. You also have up here, you also have the time, the game time, and also the date of the game. For July 2nd, it's almost 8 o'clock. But if you press tab and go over to tools, you can change what F key you want just by hovering over it and then press the F key that you want to use. I like this 1, 2, 3. And now we also have skills over here. So you get different skills, lumberjack skills, you got building skills, you got mechanic skills, you got trade skills, you got fishing skills, you got one with nature, you got lucky man, and cooking. Now, most of these skills are learned by doing quests. So you'll level up by doing quests, you'll level up your lumberjack, so on and so on and so on. So this is actually not, lucky man is not done by quests. You actually get it by finding chests, and there's chests throughout the map. First level of, when you find your first chest, you get level 1, and basically you'll be able to do that, and the more chests you find, it will increase your luck in finding them. And the chests have different items that you can use to either use for yourself or actually buy. With down here underneath the skills, you have your food hunger and your sleep. Now, your sleep and your food can go down to 0, you won't die. You just become very slow at what you're doing. And also, your food and your sleep, later on in the game you can pick up logs and stuff like that, but if your sleep is below a certain number and your food is below a certain number, you can't pick up those items. Now, if you look over here, you can click on that to use the specific item that you want to use. And down below you got game information. And this is the information of the game. This tells you what buildings need to be fixed on the property. Tells you how many seeds you have, what's planted, and when they're ready to be harvested. It tells you how to it tells you the lumber. This is what's in the lumber mill right now. We have 2,560 kilograms of bark, and the silo's 12% high. This here gives you the wood chip stored, which is basically your sawdust, and we got 2,500. No, we got 27,500. No, we got 2,750 kilograms, and it's 9% full. This also tells you how much fuel you have in stock. So right now we got 40 liters. And farming animals, right now we don't have any one. We'll get into that, but it'll tell you how many animals you have. This tells you here will tell you how many forest areas you own. Right now we own 2. Down here it's what chapter we are in the story. And during this, once we get into the game, there's going to be a way you can pay. You got to buy the lumber mill from your uncle, the farm and the lumber mill from your uncle, and this is where you pay your uncle. There'll be a little line to pay your uncle. So let's go back, and let's just go ahead and take a tour of the rest of the house, so you get an idea what the house looks like and all that. This is your breezeway. For some reason my mouse is awful sensitive. I think one of the settings is screwed up, but we'll come in here. Over here to the left is your living room. You have a fireplace which you can turn on by pressing E and turn off by pressing E. So if you want a turn off. There you go. You got a little TV in here. You got a couch. And you got... That's the dining room over there. You have a deck out here. You can see you got a dock out there also. You got a good view of the river. You can see the lumber mill a little bit, but you got an excellent view of the mountains. So that's where we're at with this. Okay, this room here, come in here and you press F. This is your wardrobe. You can buy wardrobes from the sellers, which we'll go into a little bit later, but you can change your clothes. This is work clothes and this is the casual clothes, but this is what I like wearing because he looks like a roughneck here. He looks like a lumberjack, so that's what I like to see him in. But you can buy the different clothes from traders. This is where this is the eat-in part of the kitchen. This is your kitchen. You do have a stove, and you press C, it brings up 4 things that you can do. You got basic recipes, which you know, apples, zucchini. This is stuff that you can grow. Some of the stuff you can grow, some of the stuff you can buy. Some of it you get from the animals, like the milk and the eggs. And you can can them, put them in cans and sell them. This is the cookbook area, which we'll go into that. I'll have a separate area. I'll have a separate episode just for that, because the cookbook is important, and I do what we call a food run. So we'll do the food run and show you where the cookbooks are in the next episode, and there's a quest line that we gotta do along with it. And then I'll do a separate episode just so you can understand how I do the food run and all that. So that's the kitchen. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's go back to this. We have unique recipes. You'll learn that later on in the game. And here you got dishes you can cook here, and they sell at different prices, and I'll explain which is the best price, which one is the best to actually buy and use. Unique recipes, dishes, you get a higher resale value out of there, which is one way to earn money. Then you got herbal potions, which we'll learn later on. You learn how to pick mushrooms, you learn how to collect herbs, and then you can also have recipes to make different herbal products. So, and the herbal products sell pretty good. So picking herbs and stuff like that are actually beneficial to you. So that's the kitchen. We'll come upstairs. Now you do have light switches throughout there. So this is your upstairs. This is your bathroom. On the light switch. You got a shower. This is a washing machine. This is your toilet, sink, and you got a place to store your towels. Really, you don't use this room. You don't have to go to the bathroom, you don't have to take showers, and you can't use the sink. But that's part of the house. We got a bedroom here. It's light. But you can't sleep in the bed. But you have storage. This will be a bed for your children when you have children later on in the game. We'll come in here, close that one. This is bedroom number 2, same thing. This is for your children. You have light switches in every room, so if it's dark, you can turn them on. This is your room. This is the master room. So let's turn on this. We'll talk about that here in a second. You got a crib for your baby. You got storage, some you got some decorations here, and you got your own second level deck, which you get a better view of the river and a more clearer view of the mountains, which I love in this game. So we'll come over here, close the door. Now, before I go to bed, what I do is I always save the game. So you press the escape button and go to save game. You got different slots, and if you're starting a new game, before you start a new game, go to load game and click on what slot you want the new game to start in, because it automatically goes to the top. If you click on one of the things where you want, then start a new game. If you have automatic save, which I do have set, but it saved on the last quest that we did. So, but I'm going to go ahead and save the game. And you see in the upper left-hand corner that it's loading. And now you can see it's saved. Now it's safe to actually exit the game and do all that. Now, this is your bed. You got two options with this bed. You can sleep through the night by pressing E, or if you press F, you sleep through the week and you miss 7 days. I like pressing E because I make more money every day than I would sleeping through the week. Unless you just want to rush and go through the quest, then you can do that. So, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos I do come along and when I go live here on YouTube. Also do me a favor. Hit that like button. Every like I get gets this channel seen a little bit more, which helps grow this channel, and I would really appreciate that. And as always, have fun playing your games, be safe out there in the world, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.